On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Aqueduct.
A structure constructed to carry water over a long distance, typically consisting of a series of arches or elevated channels supported by pillars or towers.
Examples:
Aqueduct system. Mountain aqueduct. The ancient Romans built an aqueduct to transport water to the city.
Overlook.
To fail to notice something, to watch over someone, to provide a view from above.
Examples:
Overlook a street. Overlook that fact. We cannot overlook an opportunity for great success.
Monsoon.
A seasonal wind system that brings heavy rainfall to a region, typically occurring in tropical areas.
Examples:
Monsoon season. Monsoon current. The monsoon rains often bring relief to areas suffering from drought.
Weave.
To make cloth, a carpet, a basket, etc., by repeatedly crossing a single thread through two sets of long threads at a right angle to them.
Examples:
Weave on a loom. Weave a story. The girl weaves a garland for her friend.
Scaffold.
A temporary platform or structure used to support workers and materials during construction or maintenance work.
Examples:
Scaffold construction. Go to the scaffold. The construction workers set up the scaffold to reach the top of the building.
Confluence.
The point at which two or more streams or rivers come together, a gathering of people or things at a particular location or moment.
Examples:
Arterial confluence. Confluence of ideas. A confluence of two smaller streams formed the river.
Human-made.
Created or produced by humans, artificial.
Examples:
Human-made climate change. The worst human-made disaster. The bridge is a human-made structure and was built to span the river.
Biodegrade.
To decay naturally by microorganisms, such as bacteria and fungi.
Examples:
Biodegrade by the microorganism. Bioplastic designed to biodegrade. The company's plastic products are easily biodegrade thanks to a unique manufacturing process.
Buoyant.
Light-hearted and cheerful, tending to float, having a positive attitude or outlook.
Examples:
Buoyant force. Buoyant market. His buoyant personality helped lift the spirits of everyone in the room.
Cathedral.
The main Christian church of a bishop's diocese, which is often the largest and most important church in the area.
Examples:
cathedral school, cathedral choir. The cathedral's stained glass windows depicted scenes from the Bible.
Marsh.
A type of land that is always wet and has soft soil, swamp or bog.
Examples:
Marsh bird, river delta marsh. Environmentalists are concerned about the harm to the marsh.
Afloat.
Floating or staying on the surface of a liquid or body of water, having enough money or resources to stay out of debt or financial trouble.
Examples:
Afloat in debt, cargo afloat. Despite facing financial difficulties, the small business managed to stay afloat thanks to its loyal customers.
Pandemic.
An outbreak of a disease that affects many people over a very wide area.
Examples:
Flu pandemic, global pandemic. They fear a pandemic of a new type of virus.
Contaminate.
To make something impure, unclean, or poisonous by contact or mixture.
Examples:
Contaminate with a disease. Contaminate his ego. We strive not to contaminate the environment when demolishing petroleum plants.
Sew.
To join, fasten, or repair two pieces of something by putting the thread through them with a needle.
Examples:
Sew with thread. Sew a button. My mother taught me how to sew.
Flank.
The side of an animal, especially the side between the last rib and the hip, the side of military or naval formation. Verb, to be located on either side of something.
Examples:
Flank pain. Attack the left flank. The flank of the mountain was difficult to climb.
Escarpment.
A long, steep slope or cliff, typically separating two relatively level or more gently sloping areas, often formed by erosion or faulting.
Examples:
Escarpment trail. Narrow escarpment. The hikers trekked up the steep escarpment and reached the summit.
Symbiosis.
A close, prolonged association between two or more different species of organisms, typically to the advantage of all.
Examples:
Industrial symbiosis. Symbiosis establishment. The symbiosis between the coral and the algae is an important example of mutualism.
Algae.
A simple plant that grows in or near water and lacks typical leaves and roots.
Examples:
Algae biofuel. Blue algae. Algae has jammed the inlet to the water turbine.
Displace.
To force someone or something to leave their home or place of origin, especially as a result of conflict, natural disaster, or manipulation.
Examples:
Displace workers. Displace the explosive power. The construction of the new dam will displace hundreds of families living downstream.
Stilted.
Awkwardly formal or pompous, not natural or sincere.
Examples:
Stilted dialogue. Avoid stilted phrases. The conversation was stilted and awkward, as if they didn't know each other very well.
Dugout.
A partially enclosed area or shelter often dug into the ground or located at ground level behind the benches, used for players or coaches in sports such as baseball, cricket, or field hockey.
Examples:
Baseball dugout. Construction dugout. The baseball players retreated to the dugout after the inning was over.
Canoe.
A narrow, light boat with pointy ends and no keel that is propelled by a paddle.
Examples:
Canoe race. Make a canoe trip. After the accident, the police found an empty canoe.
Mosque.
A Muslim place of worship that usually has a minaret equals slender tower with balconies.
Examples:
Domed mosque. The sacred mosque. Jumeirah Mosque is one of the most beautiful buildings in the United Arab Emirates.
Paddock.
A small enclosed field or pasture, especially one used for grazing or exercising horses.
Examples:
Paddock fencing. Grazing paddock. The horses were kept in the paddock while their stalls were being cleaned.
Mangrove.
A tropical coastal tree or shrub that grows in saline soil and has prop roots that help to stabilize it.
Examples:
Mangrove forest. Mangrove swamp. The mangrove trees are known for their ability to survive in saltwater and sandy soil.
Lagoon.
A shallow stretch of water separated from a larger body of water by sandbanks or coral reefs, a small saltwater lake near a sea or an ocean.
Examples:
Lagoon Island. Lagoon paradise. The mangroves around the lagoon provide a habitat for a unique ecosystem.
Amaze.
To fill with wonder, surprise, or admiration.
Examples:
Amaze and entertain visitors. Amaze everyone. The magician's tricks amazed the audience.
Insignificant.
Of little importance, influence, or power.
Examples:
Insignificant amount. An insignificant mistake. He made me feel small and insignificant.
Aquaculture.
The cultivation of aquatic organisms such as fish, seaweed, and shellfish for human consumption, as well as for environmental conservation and research purposes.
Examples:
Aquaculture industry. Sustainable aquaculture. Fish farming is a form of aquaculture that has recently gained popularity.
Bushfire.
A large outdoor fire that burns out of control, typically in a wildland area, and is often caused by drought, heat, lightning, or human activities.
Examples:
Bushfire season. Bushfire emergency. The hot and dry weather conditions are making it difficult to fight the bushfire.
Choke.
To prevent or obstruct the normal breathing or swallowing of someone or something.
Examples:
Choke with anger. Choke off the blood supply. The baby started to choke on a piece of apple.
Plume.
A large feather or group of feathers worn as an ornament or a symbol of achievement or distinction, especially on a hat.
Examples:
Plume of smoke. Plume of feathers. The bird had a beautiful plume on its head.
Wildfire.
A large, uncontrolled fire that spreads quickly through a natural area, such as a forest, grassland, or mountain slope.
Examples:
Wildfire spread. Arson caused wildfire. The wildfire destroyed hundreds of homes and forced thousands of people to evacuate.
Ancestral.
Related to or connected with members of your family from the past.
Examples:
An ancestral graveyard. Ancestral roots. The ancestral home has been in the family for generations.
Aboriginal.
Relating to the people, culture, or history of the original inhabitants of a particular region, especially before the arrival of colonizers or settlers, indigenous.
Examples:
Aboriginal art. Aboriginal land. Many Aboriginal cultures have deep spiritual connections to the land and its natural resources.
Attune.
To make receptive or aware, to bring into harmony or alignment.
Examples:
Attune to nature. Attune myself to the rhythm. It is important to attune yourself to your customers' needs to provide the best service possible.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Permanence.
The quality of being permanent, lasting, or enduring, the state or condition of being permanent.
Examples:
Permanence factor. Long-term permanence. The permanence of a tattoo is something to consider before getting one.
Fortress.
A large and strongly built structure, typically with high walls and a moat, used as a military defense or for protection against attackers.
Examples:
Fortress wall, military fortress. The ancient fortress was built on a hill to give the defenders a strategic advantage.
Symbiotic.
Involving two varieties of animal or plant, each of which supplies the conditions for the other to exist.
Examples:
Symbiotic economy, symbiotic bacteria. We have a mutually symbiotic connection with them.
Endanger.
To put someone or something in a risky situation.
Examples:
Endanger my health. Endanger a close relationship. Their actions endangered the lives of innocent people.